Well, hello and welcome to Summit Alliance Advantage webinar on Americo's final expense products. Americo has two great final expense products, really convenient to get approved, great for the market with their Ultra Protector and their Eagle Premier product. We're going to talk about both of those today and kind of get into some details, the parameters, the ins and the outs, what they include, and about getting those coverage. A little bit about Americo. They are privately owned, one of the largest privately owned insurance carriers in the nation, and they hold an excellent A rating or an A rating, and with that, they have great products, great agent services. There's a lot of carriers, they have good products or they have the perks about them, but Americo seems to have the good of everything. They good products, again, good agent services. When you call up to Americo, if you have a question about a product, you can get that answered. If you need to speak to an underwriter, you can actually call Americo and speak to an underwriter directly, about some medical questions that you may have about getting your clients qualified for a particular product or what have you. But for the most part, the products that we're going to talk about today, the market that we work in final expense, these are simplified issue products. It's a simplified issue market. Again, the Ultra Protector product, that's a paper application product. In the Eagle Premier series, that product is a paperless application that can be done either over the phone or through e-app, and I call it their convenience product. So kind of moving forward and kind of jumping right into it, Americo, they also have additional products like their Advantage Whole Life, a traditional whole life type policy. You can actually get it non-medically up to $99,999. And again, it's designed for easy issue, for basic whole life needs. And you can also get above that, with the medical exam if you have someone that's looking for a larger face amount whole life policy. Then you also have the Home Mortgage series with Americo, a very popular mortgage protection product. Again, it's very easy to get issued. It's one of their products where you can get someone a non-medical term without a medical exam, and it does not require a mortgage. So very competitive mortgage protection product there with the Home Mortgage series. Then they also have the Life Crest, again, another non-medical universal life policy designed for easy issue. And it has, many types of UL options, some index, some, guaranteed, along with other guarantees for that product. So, again, Americo, a nice portfolio for you to select from. So if you run into those different types of situations, Americo more than likely will have a product that will meet your client's needs and be very competitive in doing so. Now let's go ahead and move forward and talk about final expense. The Ultra Protector product, probably Americo's signature final expense product, if you will, is very easy to get issued. You can see the issue ages here. You can actually it starts at age 50. You can cover all the way up to age 85 with this product, and so it's the parameters there are pretty wide open. Again, it's for the senior market. We're primarily dealing with seniors on fixed income, so that's the age ranges that we need. And you can see the Ultra Protector 2 kind of drops down. It covers up to age 80. And then the Ultra Protector 3, which is actually their guaranteed issue product, covers up to age 75. So you can qualify for their product no matter what medical challenge that you have. So here you have a company where, if they do not qualify for the Ultra Protector 1 or 2, which are immediate death benefits, they can get the guaranteed with the Ultra Protector 3. Again, the premiums are guaranteed to be level. All of your clients are going to be able to qualify for the coverage, again, because they have that Ultra Protector 3 option. So if for some reason you go through the medical questions on the Ultra Protector 1 and 2, and they indicate a yes answer that kind of knocks them out of one of those, well, you have the Ultra Protector 3, that you can offer to them. Here's great, here's what you qualify for. The coverage cannot be canceled because of health or age. Again, once they've qualified for the program, they're locked into it. That's their coverage unless they decide to stop paying for the coverage. So, again, this is something that the ball's in their court once they qualify for the coverage. They have face amounts from $2,000 to $30,000. Low face amounts here. A lot of people, they're not looking for the traditional funeral. They're looking for something just to make sure that their final expenses are taken care of, and those final expenses can also include cremation. As a matter of fact, I talked to an agent just recently who does a lot of those small face amount policies. Very inexpensive, very easy to sell, very easy to qualify for. If you have someone that's getting, I think the client that we quoted was a lady who 57 years old. She just wanted something for cremation. I think it was like $3,000 or so, and it's just around $10 a month or something like that. So again, very competitive rates, flexible face amounts, so you can meet the needs of someone who's looking for a really nice funeral, or someone who's just looking to have some final expenses taken care of in form of cremation. Pipe and cigar smokers can qualify for the Ultra Protector 1, which means they can get a non-tobacco rating. You have for the Ultra Protector 1 that does require non-tobacco rating. So they give pipe and cigar smokers that benefit. So if someone is again a cigar smoker or a pipe smoker, then you'll be able to get them qualified for a non-tobacco rating with the Ultra Protector product. And what's unique about Americo is that that particular class there goes for all of their products. So if you have someone that's a pipe and cigar smoker, they could qualify for non-tobacco with all of their products. Now, the Ultra Protector, again, it's a simple application process. There is no medical exam for this. There's no telephone interview required at point of sale. Some agents like the ability to just go in, sit down with the client, build that relationship, that rapport, get everything taken care of, without having to call someone else. Some agents like the ability to go in, sit down with the client, do the application over the phone, or do the telephone interview over the phone and have a decision immediately. But again, it's a convenient process because you can simply sit down, take the application, submit the application, and have quick issue decision. Again, with that quick issue, normally about 48 hours, you're going to have a decision on clean applications. We'll talk a little bit about, good field underwriting and just making sure that you complete the application fully, which we'll actually cover going over the application here shortly. They also have an accelerated benefit payment rider that's automatically included with the Ultra Protector 1 and 2. So this is something, that they can have access to without paying an extra monthly premium for. An optional accidental death benefit rider and an optional children's term rider are also available with the Ultra Protector 1 and 2. What's neat about the children's term rider, once the client, once they qualify for this, once the child is covered, they can actually be converted without evidence of insurability. So that's a pretty unique feature that the Ultra Protector has with the child's rider there. Another highlight on the Ultra Protector product, some of the highlights, again, low competitive premiums. It's a competitively priced, very competitively priced product. Again, you get the non-tobacco ratings for cigars and chewing tobacco. So if you run into, that type of situation, just kind of be mindful of that. Keep that, in your thoughts. That way, you can be the most competitive in the home for someone who's a cigar smoker or a chewing tobacco or a pipe user, something to that effect. No exam, no phone interview, and it still issues quickly. And again, it's a short and easy application. You'll see that when we go over it here shortly, about 8 pages long or less. Very easy to fill out. You can meet all medical challenges with the Ultra Protector product. And this product pays daily. Once it's issued and, they draft the client's first premium, you're paid immediately. And depending on what day that is, you'll receive commissions. You don't have to wait till the end of the week, once that transaction has been completed to get paid. Agents like that. So a great benefit there. Now, their additional product, which they just rolled out with, probably a little over a year ago, the Eagle Premier product. This offers 2 levels of coverage, again, based on the answers to the health questions. The Eagle Premier level, which again is a full death benefit, immediate death benefit, and then the Eagle Premier Guarantee. Now, this is a 3-year graded death benefit, but it is guaranteed issue. Now, this Eagle Premier product, again, the full death benefit is payable for an accidental death. So if someone qualifies for the Eagle Premier Guaranteed and they have a death due to an accident, if within the first 3 years, it will pay the full death benefit. Both products have guaranteed level premiums. With the Ultra Protector, again, we mentioned that, and the Eagle Premier level and the Eagle Premier Guarantee. The premiums are going to be level on both of those and never going to increase. Again, pipe and cigar smokers qualify for non-smoker ratings with this product. Every client can qualify for coverage. Again, you have the guaranteed issue option with the Eagle Premier product. And again, this cannot be canceled because of age or health. So once they've qualified for the product, as long as they're paying their monthly premiums, this cannot be canceled because of those two reasons. And face amounts, again, very flexible here, from $2,000 to $30,000. There is no medical exams. Again, it's a simple application process. What's great about this product is the fact that you can do the whole application over the phone or through e-app. And again, this allows you to complete the application remotely. Some products require you to sit in front of the client when you complete the application. This product is designed where you can do that remotely. It's another reason why I refer to it as the convenience product, because it's so convenient to take the convenience there to do it over the phone or through e-app. Now, they do charge more for the premiums on this product. It's a little bit higher than your Ultra Protector product. And that's another reason why I call it the convenience product. You go to the convenience store, you pay a little bit more, but you still have a good product there with the convenience to get that done and get your clients covered. So you have two great options here with Americo, that's just kind of to highlight some of the parameters of the products and the ages that they'll cover in the face amounts. The Eagle Premier reference sheet here, again, this gives you the parameters of the product, the age amounts, the minimums, the maximums. It gives you also the underwriting build chart, just kind of a brief overview of the height and weight guidelines, the state availability. And then down at the bottom, it gives you the two easy ways to submit the application. Now, again, you can call in the application. They have a worksheet that you'll complete with the client that allows you to gather all the client's information. So when you call in to do the telephone interview, it'll be a smooth and seamless process. They'll get your client's information from you. They'll, of course, get the agent's information, the agent number, and then, they'll get the product information that the client is applying for, and then they'll ask you to turn the phone over to the client so they can verify the medical question that you have gone over with them. They also have the e-application process. Now, keep in mind, if you elect to do the e-application process, you will have to register. That way, when you sign on to that website, you'll log in and you'll set up your client case and complete the e-application process and do the DocuSign process with that. So, keep that in mind, that you have that capability either through tele-application or through e-application with the Eagle Premier product. And again, two easy to use instant decision processes, the e-application that's available 24/7, and it's primarily designed for touchscreen devices, a tablet or a smartphone. Also, the underwriting decision is displayed on the screen. So you're going to have an answer right there with your client if you do that through e-app, or if you do it over the phone, they'll let you know, if the client's approved or not. And, if you do the e-application process, there is no phone interview. There's no phone call needed. And if you do the telephone application process, again, you do everything over the phone. They give you a decision in a matter of minutes, and, you drop the call. And immediately if the client qualifies. The MIB and the script check is completed during the tele-application or the e-application. So that's how we're able to get an instant decision from the insurance carrier. So, that's great to know. You can congratulate your client immediately if they've, congratulations, you've been approved, your coverage is in place, and, you don't have to worry about, your final expenses being taken care of when the time comes. So again, two easy processes to get the Eagle Premier Series application completed. Underwriting and applying, again, just briefly, it's a simple yes or no application. And again, this is for both the Ultra Protector and the Eagle Series. They're going to check the Medical Information Bureau. They're going to check the pharmaceutical related facility, the script checked, and they're going to know what medications they're taking, a little bit about their medical history, and they're going to be able to make a decision, with their, the proposed insured's bill. They have very liberal height and weight guidelines. And again, just to recap, the Ultra Protector is completed on a paper application with no phone interview, and the Eagle Premier can be completed through e-app or over the phone. Very easy to take applications, no matter which product you decide to use. Again, practice good field underwriting. In most cases, when you're sitting down with the client's going to be, truthful in answering the questions. But if they're not unsure of a question, maybe jog their memory a little bit. Well, I don't remember the last time I've been to a doctor. What do you remember the last time you were sick, or maybe had an accident? Were you at an emergency room last, or was it just a doctor visit for a checkup, or did you go for a cold? Well, I don't remember the doctor that I went to. Well, do you happen to remember the facility that you went to? Was it hot outside? Was it cold outside? If they're not sure, well, I don't know what the date it was. Well, maybe you can at least, it was the summer of 2013, or the winter of 2014, something like that. At least you're given, the underwriter some information to make a decision, because again, there's no medical exam for this process. The underwriter is simply going off of the information that you gather on the application, plus the information that they pull up in the MIB and the script check. If that information coincides, they can make an easy decision. If there's information that comes up in the MIB but does not or was not indicated on the application, then that can lead the underwriter to believe that, hey, maybe the client is trying to withhold some information. So in that case, the underwriter would possibly decline the application as opposed to approve it, because the client wasn't upfront with the information, whether that be because they forgot to tell you, or whether that be because maybe they were declined for that information in the past and was hoping they could slide it through this time. So again, just kind of dig a little bit, let the clients know, your job as a field underwriter is to gather all the information so they can make, an informed decision. And, again, when the underwriters see your business come in, if you're an agent that is thorough in your field underwriting, then they're going to recognize that. Underwriters get familiar with agents that send them business, and especially with Americo, in most cases, they're going to assign you an underwriter. So all of your business that you submit, you're going to have one underwriter that sees that. So, kind of be mindful of that. And so whenever you submit that business, again, just have everything there for the underwriter to see. So they'll be able to make that decision, an informed decision with all the information. Now, a little bit about the application. I do have it here in the presentation, but I'm just going to bring it up right here, make it a little bit more legible for us. Also, for those of you that received the email, which you should either receive the email or the text blast, if you go into the email, there's a link there to click on where you can actually download all of the information over the products, the application, the agent guide, and the reference sheet for the Eagle series, the worksheet that you'll need to gather the client's information before you do the telephone interview. All of the information that we're covering on Americo's final expense products will be available in that link that is in the email that you receive. So make sure and click on that, download, save that information. That way you have access to that. You can review it. And if you've already downloaded that, go ahead and open up. It's the PDF is titled Ultra Protector Texas Application. Now, I know there's some of you that are on the call that are in other states, so just be mindful of that. If you're going to use this application or the Ultra Protector product, make sure and download the proper state application, the state-specific application for the state that you're in, because these applications are state-specific. Now, going ahead and moving forward here with the application, this front cover page, this is just simply a cover page, kind of has some highlights of the product and some information together, and just a quick overview of the products, and it lets you know, as you can see, Ultra Protector 1, all questions on the application are answered no. Parts 1 and 2, they qualify for Ultra Protector 1. Ultra Protector 2, it's still a full death benefit. All questions in Part 1 are answered no. If one or more questions in Part 2 are answered yes, and it kind of guides you on what they qualify for, just as it does when you ask the questions. So again, kind of going through it, the next page here in the application is a transmittal form. Now again, you're going to be sending your applications to our office. We're going to put that second set of eyes on them to make sure that they're in good order, so they can stay in the jet issue status. You heard me mention earlier that you're going to have a decision on your application in 48 hours, 72 hours. Again, if it's in good order. So we we'll review that. We'll make sure that it's in good order. That way it stays in jet issue status and you get paid very quickly. And along with that, we're able to, keep up with your production for promotions and things to that effect. So you can complete this when you send it in to us. So make sure and include the new business cover sheet that we have with that, and include that with the application when you send it in to us. Now, pretty much the actual first page of the application here, where you gather the client's information, you'll notice that it actually asks for the last name, first name, and then middle initial. As sometimes agents will, just write down the name. Just make sure you write it down accordingly. Last name first, and then the first name and middle initial. And as you move through the application, it's pretty basic: date of birth, age, male or female, the mailing address. Now, a lot of agents, what they'll do, it asks for the mailing address, but you'll notice here it just has one long line for the mailing address. Make sure and include the full address, the street address, plus the city, state, and zip. Some agents will just write the street address and forget to add the city and state and zip. So just be mindful of that when you're writing down the address. Also, you'll see here years at current address. If they've been there 4 years, then you'll need to gather the information for their previous address. If they've been there 5 years or longer, then you do not need that. So if it's 5 years or more, you do not need that. But just keep in mind that if they have lived at that address for less than 5 years, you'll need to get their previous address. Of course, email if they have that, the social, place of birth, and then also is the proposed insured also the owner. In most cases, you're going to indicate no on this. That way, because in most cases, the proposed insured is the owner. But if you have a case where, someone is going to own the policy for that person, that's when you would indicate there. And then in Part B, you would fill out the owner's information. But again, in most cases, you can skip Part B because the insured is also the owner. In Section C, this is where you'll indicate the beneficiary information. You have your primary beneficiary here, where you'll indicate the name, date of birth, relationship, and phone number, and then the percentage that they're set to receive. So if you have two primary beneficiaries, you'd indicate the primary here, you'd indicate the next one here, and then if they were 50-50 or whatever percentage they were set to receive. Or if you had one primary and then you had, a situation where they wanted contingents, you could indicate the contingents here, and of course their information and the amount that they're set to receive. So your primary would be at 100, and then your contingents, if you had two, maybe they would be at 50-50. If you had three, maybe they would be at 33 1/3 across. You have your information here where you can indicate the beneficiaries. Section D, the product information. Again, pretty basic here. You're going to select the product, whether that be the Ultra Protector, 1, 2, or 3. Now, if you're in a situation where maybe they're not sure about some of the questions that you've asked them, maybe they don't remember the time frame on, when they were, finished with the treatment for cancer, or maybe they don't remember when they, finished the treatment for the open heart surgery, or whatever the case may be. So you can actually check here, and what they'll do is they will give the client a product that they qualify for based on the information on the application and that they find in the MIB and script check. So if you're in a situation where they're unsure and you're not sure what to qualify them for, then you can select this. But in most cases, the questions are going to help guide you as far as what they qualify for. Part 2 of Section D, the riders. If they want to include the accidental death benefit rider, you would indicate that here. If they wanted to add the children's term rider, you would indicate that here in the amount of coverage for the children there. Under face amount, Part 3 in Section D, you have where you can indicate the face amount. And in most cases, the face amount is the death benefit, or that is the death benefit. So it would either be anywhere from $2,000 to $30,000. Again, that's what the product goes, product parameters are. Then you also have the premium mode. In most cases, it's going to be a monthly draft, but you can see they have two options. They have monthly draft, or they can pay it annually. They don't have a quarterly type billing. It's one or the other with Americo. On the model premium, this is if you set it up on a monthly draft, you would indicate the monthly premium here. If you set it up on an annual draft, you would indicate the annual premium here. And again, you can check here to select automatic premium loan. If you want that included, it's not a bad feature to have. There's no additional cost or anything for it. If you do not check it, it will not be included. But what the automatic premium loan will do, if the client is in a situation, let's say, 5-7 years down the road, they run into financial difficulties and they're unable to make their premium payment. Since this is a whole life policy, it does build very minimal cash value, but it does build cash value. They have the ability, if they were not in a position to make those payments, they can actually have the cash value would actually pay the premium automatically, so the policy would not lapse. So if you elect that, that's going to keep the policy in force if they run into a hard time or what have you. Section E, children's term rider health information. Again, complete this section only if you elect to add the children's term rider. If you do, you'll want to make sure and answer the questions accordingly. Indicate the name of the children indicated for coverage and their information as well. In Section F, replacement information. Now, many of you have heard me before. We look at replacement. In most cases, we're not looking to replace. The only time we would replace someone's coverage is if they are in a situation where maybe they just bought the Colonial Pen from Alex Trebek off TV, and we all know in most cases that's a graded policy. It's a guaranteed issue product, so they have a 2-year waiting period before that even kicks in. So in that case, and they're healthy, they qualify for an immediate death benefit, they qualify for Ultra Protector 1, then in that case it's in the client's best interest to replace that policy. So in that case, you would indicate yes, you're replacing. You would indicate the proposed insured's name, the company that you're replacing, the amount, the owner if it's different from the proposed insured, the amount of coverage, and the policy date that they got the coverage. And then you would indicate yes that you are replacing, and then you would make sure and complete the replacement forms. Now, in Texas and also in most states, if they do have existing life insurance but you're not replacing, you would still indicate yes, they have existing life insurance. You would indicate no, you're not replacing, and you would still fill out the replacement form, but instead of filling out the replacement information, you would just simply indicate no, you're not replacing on that form. So just keep in mind that if they do have existing insurance, that you will still need to fill out the replacement form, even if you're not replacing. Now, if they have existing insurance and that's through an employer, that's not considered personal insurance that they're in control of. You do not have to fill out the additional replacement form in that particular case. Moving on to Section G, again, you'll notice to the right it has the box here. If for some reason the client's not sure about their health questions, or they just want coverage, they're not worried about answering the question, they just want guaranteed coverage that we already know that their medical challenge is extreme, so let's just get you the best that we can, so let's just get you the Ultra Protector 3, the guaranteed issue product. So you can elect that here, and you do not have to answer any medical questions. Now, if they're going for the Ultra Protector 1 or 2, of course you'll indicate the height and the weight, and you'll answer the questions accordingly. You'll go through Part 1. Now again, as we mentioned, you want to make sure and be thorough in your field underwriting. You want to make sure and answer these questions accordingly and thoroughly, so when the underwriter gets this application, there's nothing missed or there's nothing forgotten by the client. So again, make sure and go through these questions. This is probably the longest part of the appointment, is reading through these these questions. This can take, if the appointment takes 30 minutes, this probably takes, 10 or 15 minutes of that time. And but again, you want to be thorough in completing the medical questions and going through these questions with the client. So make sure and answer those accordingly. Very simple. Go through the questions, and again, depending on the answers, it's going to let you know what they qualify for. Moving on to the authorization and acknowledgement page of the application. Basically, this is where you'll gather the client's signature at the bottom. You'll indicate the city and state, of course the date, and the signature of the proposed insured. Now, if there is an owner, then you'll go ahead and have them sign it as well. And again, in most cases, the insured is the owner, so you'll have the insured signed, and then you'll also sign as the agent. Moving on to the next page here, the agent's report. Of course, you'll answer these questions accordingly, indicate the proposed insured's name, if you're related, Yes, the relationship, no, if not, how long have you known the proposed insured? Of course, if you're related, there's going to be some time there. If you're not related, it may only be one day. If the application was taken, were you present to witness their signatures? Of course, you want to indicate that. And again, answer the questions accordingly as you go through this, and then make sure, and you'll sign it here. You'll print your name, your phone number, your contact number, your email address, and of course your agent number. Now you'll notice they have two lines here. If you're not splitting, just indicate 100%. If you are splitting the application, for whatever reason, then you can actually indicate an additional agent, make sure and include their information, and then if it's a 50-50 or whatever the case may be, 90-10, or maybe they set the appointment for you or something. But again, in most cases, it'll be the single agent that completes this information here. Directly underneath the agent report, you'll have the bank draft authorization. Now, if they have a specific draft date that they want, you can indicate that here on the requested draft date. Now, note, of course, it has to be between the 1st and the 28th. The 29th, 30th cannot be selected. Then you also have the information here. You'll indicate in most cases it's going to be the checking account. And you'll have them signed here. Now, sometimes agents will forget to have the client sign. It's a little spot in the middle of the page. Make sure that they sign there. And then the payer information if it's different from the proposed insured. So again, if someone else is paying for the policy, maybe they're not on the insured's not on the bank account or something, you can indicate the payer information here. But in most cases, the proposed insured will be paying for the policy, so you don't have to complete that again unless the payer is different from the insured. Now, if you're in a situation where they do not have a voided check, then you would indicate the bank information here, and you would sign down below indicating that you did verify that that is their bank account. So again, they want to know that that's the client's account that's being drafted. Of course, there's permission to. Now, in moving forward here, you'll see the benefits for terminal illness page. Guys, here we go. Background's for some reason. And on this terminal illness page, you want to go ahead. This is automatically included with it. It's accelerated. And again, you'll notice up here for the Ultra Protector 1 and 2, if they get the Ultra Protector 3, it's not automatically included. But for the Ultra Protector 1 and 2, you have the accelerated payment of life insurance benefits for terminal illness. So if they're terminally ill, they have access to a portion of the death benefit. And you'll have the proposed insured sign at the bottom, of course, date it. And again, if the owner is different from the insured, you'll have the owner sign, and then you'll make sure and sign as the agent as well and date it. Conditional receipt, you want to make sure and leave this with the client. They have the, in most cases, you've elected that they're going to draft the premium once the policy is approved. So, this is kind of states that condition, coverage is not in effect until all terms are met. So again, receipt from the client's name, the date, and then the amount of the monthly premium. And then, again, the city and state and the date, and then you'll sign it as the agent, and then you'll have the client sign it, and then you'll note that this is left with the applicant. So again, you can see very short application process that they have, and very easy to complete with the Ultra Protector product. And again, the Ultra Protector product with Americo is their paper application product. When completing the Eagle Premier, again, we're going to complete that application electronically, or paperless, so either through e-app, or that's going to be completed through tele-app. Now, before you complete that application, you'll still need to gather the client's information. So this is where the Eagle Premier Series worksheet comes in handy. As you can see here, you're going to gather the proposed insured's information. You're going to go through it. That way you have all the information available. So when you call in, this is basically an information gathering sheet. You'll have all the information you need to give to the underwriter over the phone. Kind of the second page to that worksheet includes the medical questions here. So again, you can go through the medical questions, and based on the answers to the questions, that's going to determine what they qualify for. In most cases, they'll qualify for the Eagle Premier immediate death benefit. If not, they do have the Eagle Premier guaranteed. So you can get your client covered, either way with the Eagle Premier product. Now again, the paperless application process, you're going to complete this application by either calling in, and again, this phone number here that you see on the screen is on the client worksheet, so you'll have that available as well, or through e-app by going to the website there that you see, sc.americo.com. Now again, if you elect to do the e-app process, you will have to register for your account, so don't attempt to do the e-app for your first application because you'll end up spending about 10 or 15 minutes registering before you can start the application process. And again, what's great about this process, you're going to get an immediate decision. The policy's mailed out the same day, if it's done, I think before 3 o'clock. So again, what's most important is the fact that you don't have to worry about any paperwork, you don't have to worry about anything pending, you don't have to worry about the application going in out of order or something missing, or just something to delay it, because it's going to get an immediate decision, have immediate approval, which allows you to get paid very quickly. So great product there, very convenient product, as I mentioned earlier. So keep the Eagle Premier in your thoughts whenever you're out there looking to get clients covered. But again, the Ultra Protector with Americo has been their, I guess you could say, signature final expense product for many years. Really great product. Now, when it comes to quoting Americo, you can quote all of their products at quote.americo.com. I'm going to briefly kind of go into that. Hopefully that'll come up here rather quickly. Okay, you can see here when you go to quote.americo.com, this is what you'll see. Now we'll select Texas right now, and then we'll select the product. Now right now we'll just simply run a quote on the Ultra Protector series product. Of course, you can select any of these products, especially if you want to go back and compare later. You can come back here and kind of see what a 65-year-old male for $10,000 would be on the Ultra Protector compared to the Eagle series. But you can run your quote for the Ultra Protector here. So again, you select your product, you hit create. From here, you'll be able to enter the client's information. So let's just take a look at a 60-year-old male. This particular individual is a non-smoker. They're looking at $10,000. That's about the average death benefit that people like to take out for final expense. And we're going to do a monthly pack, which is a monthly billing. Now they have other options. Those are for other products. Again, you have a monthly pack or an annual payment option with the Ultra Protector product. Now we've gone through the questions. This person qualifies for the Ultra Protector 1. So let's just go ahead and hit run, and we're going to get the rate for this client. You can see here, $43.68, very competitive, very inexpensive for a 60-year-old male for $10,000 worth of coverage. Very easy to run quotes with the quoting tool that Americo has available for all of their products. If you want to go back, you want to give this client some other options. You can go back. Let's say that's pretty comfortable for him. He wants to do a little bit more. You can go back and simply change the amount, click run, and it'll give you the premium for the new amount. The $10,000 was just over $40, so if he gets $15,000, it's just over $60. So again, very easy to run your quotes with Americo by utilizing the quote.americo.com. And also, you can quote this right from your smartphone. This allows you to walk in the home, with very minimal baggage. That way you don't look like you're moving in. Go in with, just the basic information that you need, your folder, your application, maybe some supplemental forms if needed. And then from there, maybe your smartphone so you can run the quotes. So again, very easy to run quotes with Americo. I want to thank you for attending today's training and webinar. Of course, if you have any questions at any time, you can reach out to me at the email there on the screen, jmartinez@summitalliancefinalexpense.com. Again, please note that all the information in today's training can be obtained by downloading the agent guide, the client brochure, the Eagle worksheet, the Ultra Protector client application, by clicking on the link in the email that you received. So refer back to that email, and you can click on that, and you can download all of the documents again pertaining to today's webinar. So again, I want to thank you for attending, and this ends today's webinar.